feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank. When it's sink or swim, only option is to win.
Welcome to the post-show wrap-up of Houston Shrimp Tank episode, and we had Craig Ludrick, our guest on the show today, and joining me in the studio today also was J.J. Hawley.
Thank you.
J.J. Hawley's President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and as always, we're excited to have you on as a co-host. And today we did a deep dive with Craig Ludrick about websites, internet marketing, and why everyone has to have a really quality website. It's one of those things that, like, first impression, right, Craig?
That's right.
Yeah, first chance, and you only have a short opportunity.
A few seconds when the user comes to your site to grab their attention and to get them to take that next step that you want them to do.
You're going to want to download a complete replay of the show at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com, and this was an outstanding show. I can't think of a business owner, an entrepreneur, or anyone else that's in business, that, for that matter, that is not going to have a website. So, Craig, we asked you a lot of questions. Maybe we'll just hit a couple on these on the post-show wrap-up. But tell our listeners just some of the common mistakes that you see. You look at a lot of websites. What are those glaring mistakes that you see consistently as you look at other people's websites?
Yeah, sure, Dan. It's a great question. And one of the most common things is that there's no visual hierarchy to the site. The user doesn't really know where to look. The person's put too much information in there, didn't create enough white space, and there's no real clear and compelling call to action, that next step that you want the user to take. So it really takes a lot of thought into organizing the layout in a way that is going to grab the user's attention and get them to take that next step, whether that's going to be to download something, sign up for a list, or to buy a product.
They go on the website, get lost, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
And they won't get lost. They won't stay very long. They'll bounce off.
They go there, they're confused, and they say,
I don't know what this is all about.
I'm
I don't
out
know
of
what
here.
this company is. I'm gone. There's nothing here for me.
So, Craig, another question we talked about that I was really interested in was how best to engage and leverage social media with your website.
Yeah, so taking advantage of social media is, there are multiple benefits that you can get from that. It's going to get you a lot more exposure if you can really engage your audience and to begin to create what's called user-generated content, where the users are actually talking about your business and the benefits that you offer, or the deal that they found, or how much they like your service. When those users begin to generate that content, the research is pretty clear and compelling that has a lot more bearing on people making a decision to trust you. So there's some things that you can do to your post to create some social media contests. Is one of the best ways to do it, to help create that that user-generated content.
That's giving others an opportunity to advocate for you in your business.
That's
and
right.
So they call that social proof. And there's, when your clients are talking about you to the community, there's that's, I guess, the best type of advertising that you could have like that. So a couple other questions, or one other question, Craig. You're going to want to hear the whole show at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com. But I wanted to ask you, maybe what are some of the best ideas out there right now on websites? We were talking about a website that, it looked like it was designed 15, 20 years ago, needed to be refreshed or updated. What are some of the best ideas you would tell our listeners about?
Well, what I'd say is one of the things that's become more important over the last year or so, especially in the last year, is making sure that your website is mobile friendly, that it displays well on a mobile device. And that's become increasingly important because Google's penalizing sites now that aren't mobile friendly. So, but not only that, in order for your user to interact well with the site, it needs to be mobile friendly, to where it displays well. So that would be one of the.
You shared with me before some statistics on how many people are looking at web pages on mobile devices, and it's staggering.
Yeah, that's easy to see. You can go to your Google Analytics account, and you can see where that traffic is coming from and what kind of device they're viewing it on. And you'll see that half of your traffic, they're looking at it. They're coming to your website on a mobile device. They probably clicked on a link from
maybe as much as half of it.
Yeah, they either clicked on a link that on an email that they got from you, or clicked on a link in social media that came to your site, but they were doing all that on their phone or their tablet. But you can get real specific and see which phone they were using what tablet device they're using. But yeah, half your traffic is coming from a mobile device.
Yeah, so if
That's critical, is to make sure it's mobile friendly.
if you got that $99 website on late night TV, you probably don't have a mobile-friendly application there. So anyway, it's been a great show. I want to thank you, Craig, for coming on Shrimp Tank Podcast. I want to thank you,
JJ.
Thank you.
I want to thank you, JJ Hawley, for being on the show.
Anytime.
And don't, one other thing, Craig, before we close it out, is tell our listeners, someone wants to get in touch with you. They want to learn more about SiteHatcher, and what's good contact information for you?
Yeah, sure. The best way is just go to my website, SiteHatcher.com, and you can contact me through the website. My phone number's there, or fill out a form on the website, the contact page. There's several ways you can contact me through there. There's a link to my LinkedIn profile there as well. So that's, the best way.
All right, fabulous. Don't forget you can download a complete replay of the show at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com. It's an excellent show. You're going to want to hear all about the deep dive with websites with Craig Ludrick. And as always, we will see you here next week live in studio.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank.